Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I've got a problem on my car. There's an issue going on where I have this bird, and what he does is he goes and he sits on my window, and he's looking in my rear view mirror, and he thinks that it's another bird. So he's fighting in my rear view mirror on both sides of my car. He's getting in a fight with himself in the mirror. You can see all the peck marks and everything. And then eventually he gets so mad that he just takes a crap down the side of my car. And he did it on both sides of my car. And it looks like he took several on both sides. And so now I have to go to the car wash because I've got a really dumb bird who is fighting with himself in my rear view mirror. And he's marking up my mirror and also literally taking a big crap on the Digital Asset Investor. And so that's what I'm dealing with today. So we'll be visiting the car wash soon. I got a note from Brad Combs. This is he's at Backup Bradley, and he's also Brad Combs on YouTube. He's got a great YouTube channel that I listen to. So go and give him a listen. But he sent me this new Nasdaq site has XRP listed in full bloom. Big thank you to the one and only, and this is Charles Hunter, who sent him this information. And so I'll give a shout out to Charles Hunter. I'll give him a follow. I haven't heard of Charles before, but what they sent is that the Nasdaq, the new Nasdaq site, now has XRP listed. So I decided to go and check it out for myself. Over here, you can go to this. It's the word new.nasdaq.com. And watch this. Yes, you're seeing that right. That would be XRP Ripple. I wonder why Nasdaq would be listing the pricing for XRP. And then they have news, they have digital asset news over here. They got the session high, the session low. Folks, I've been telling you this for over a year and a half now. This is the first new asset class to hit this world since the creation of bonds in the 1600s. Do not underestimate the tidal wave that's coming. Just because we've had an extended bear market and many of you out there are frustrated and you think that many of the people on YouTube and everywhere, they're just hyping things. No, this is not hype. This is the first time that a new asset class has happened since the 1600s. There is a tidal wave that is going to come and you are literally, if you're paying attention and if you're listening, you are seeing the formation of markets around the world right now. This is not by accident. Nasdaq is including this for a reason. You're going to see, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to realize that this is all being traded all around you, and you're going to be kicking yourself about why you weren't paying attention and why you rolled your eyes about what we were saying at that time. So if you've never paid attention, you need to start paying attention now. September 23rd is when BACT comes in. And when they come in, the stamp of approval, the stamp of legitimacy, it will finally be, quote, backed by the legitimate financial people. That's what they're going to sell to the public. And they will do it successfully because they own the media too. Okay, next, this I thought was big too. I saw this article. Vitalik Buterin talks scalability. Ethereum blockchain is almost full. This is all you need to hear, folks. Remember, Ethereum is proof of work. Scalability is a big bottleneck because Ethereum blockchain is almost full. If you're a bigger organization, the calculus is that if we join, it will not only be more full, but we will be competing with everyone for transaction space. It's already expensive, and it will be even 5 times more expensive because of us. There is pressure keeping people from joining. Folks, I can't say this enough. Ethereum is not the one. Remember, Charles Hoskinson was one of the developers of Ethereum. He left and created Cardano, which is an improved smart contract platform. Just like the guys from OpenCoin went and formed XRP as an improvement on Bitcoin. Proof of work is not going to be the answer. There will be smart contract platforms that conquer the world. I believe Cardano is one of them. It's not Ethereum unless they switch this to something else. Okay, now this caught my attention today as well. You remember the other day we were talking about GE and how the guy who was the whistleblower on Madoff came out and he was saying that GE has been nothing but an accounting fraud for all these years. And I told you the quote from Warren Buffett about how when the economy starts getting bad, he's got the old quote about how you find out who's swimming naked when the tide goes out. In other words, as long as the economy's great, everything's cool. People can get away with all sorts of gimmicks and accounting gimmicks. But the second that the money starts to dry up and the liquidity begins to dry up, you start finding out who's naked. And I told you will see more of that. Well, if you want any indication of what's coming with the economy, there's no better indication, in my opinion, than what they said about GE the other day. And now there's a whistleblower saying the same thing about Disney. Tells MarketWatch revenue was inflated. A former Walt Disney accountant has accused the company of overstating revenue for years and has filed a series of whistleblower tips with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Keep your eye on this, folks. Okay, now I just wanted to read this to you from Sergeant Obi-Wan. Winklevoss twins say they're in talks about joining Libra Association. Something just doesn't seem right here. Remember, these guys are the ones that sued Mark Zuckerberg and said that he stole their idea for Facebook. And so now the same guys are trying to join the Facebook, their Libra coin, the Libra Association, and get involved with that. And they're the same guys that will not list XRP on their platform. Interesting stuff, folks. NBK Crypto at NBK LYRAD sent me this. And this is huge too. Apparently it says popular crypto YouTuber and Ripple XRP supporter Eddie published a video yesterday. In the video, she explains why white paper by Universal Postal Union boasts clear case to use Ripple DLT and its cryptocurrency XRP. According to a new publication, the Universal Postal Union advocates for the usage of crypto assets, recommending XRP and the distributed ledger technology of Ripple as a solution to cut costs and time associated with money transfer. The management staff of UPU has managed to produce one of the most compelling publications the world has ever seen in regards to the potential use cases of virtual currencies by postal offices across the globe. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Free American Spirit at F American Spirit sent this, and this is pretty telling right here. Kyle Bass says U.S. interest rates will follow the rest of the world to zero. This is insane. We're the only country that has an integer in front of our bond yields, Bass says. All the money is going to come here. Bass comments come as several central banks around the world have implemented stimulative policies to the point where around 15 trillion of global debt trades with a negative interest rate. We're the only country, let's see. Central banks are just getting started with monetary easing. Hedge fund manager Kyle Bass said, predicting the U.S. interest rates will keep falling and follow global interest rates all the way down to zero. Unbelievable, folks. The irresponsibility by these governments is unbelievable. Now, this is a great thing. Let me see. I don't know what this was in response to, but this Santiago Velez, he's a very smart guy at SANTIAG 7875832 if you want to give him a follow on Twitter. Now that fiat currencies have to compete with non-geographical ecosystems, digital assets, a race to the bottom on central bank percentage rates could be met with fast exit to deflationary systems, Bitcoin, XRP. CBDCs are not immune to this scenario since they're not finite. Those countries whose GDP does not reflect their relative CBDC FX traded values will quickly see arbitrage via bridge currencies like XRP on the Internet of Value. The end result is that the capital will truly find the most effective, if not speculative, outlet at any given moment. Repatriation of fiat for corresponding accounts to the mother bank may temporarily allow banks to meet Basel capital requirements during a recession, but they will not help against leakage caused by a collapse in fiat confidence. Metals, gold, silver, platinum have traditionally served this role, but will be supplanted by the IOV as our relative account balances are naturally itemized by decentralized ledgers with no counterparty risk, no reserve auditing required. Value will flow to individuals and assets. Traditional fiat currencies are a mega proxy for the value of the citizenry, but what happens when citizens are imbued with a new inalienable right to exchange value P2P? The need for fiat shifts to government's role in providing valuable services. The IOV will upend the world. Folks, read what he just wrote and reread what he just wrote, and you will understand just how the world is about to be turned upside down financially, and you and I are going to be the beneficiaries because we paid attention. We were here. X-Men XRP at XRP33 sent me this, and this is just more of that. Dow takes a breather as investors wait for the Fed to save the day again. The Dow and the stock market was calmer, with news about trade wars, recessions, and economic stimulus abating for the time being. Investors are now waiting for the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole on Friday to see if he can help boost the market again. So that's the state of what is supposed to be this great capitalist society in the United States. We are now supposed to sit around, our stock market, Wall Street, is supposed to sit around and wait to find out what some bureaucrat tells us he's going to do, and that is either going to make our stock market go up or go down. What is wrong with this picture? There's a lot wrong with this picture, and they know there's a lot wrong with this picture. This joke of a supposed capitalistic economy has been going on for too long, and it is going to collapse in on itself. I think we're watching it right now. And guess where all of that money is going to flow when it happens? Sit back and I won't say enjoy the ride, because you are going to see a lot of your friends, people. You're going to see a lot of people who didn't know or weren't paying attention or laughed at you about digital currencies. You're about to see a lot of them in a lot of pain as this transition happens. Next, I just wanted to show you this. There's a movement out there to get people to tell BACT that we need XRP futures on BACT. I think this is probably going to happen sooner rather than later, but we shall see. But it's not going to hurt. This is their Twitter handle. If you want to tweet to them and let them know that we need XRP futures. Now, this is big right here, folks. I want you to see this from King Solomon at XRP_Al. Great article, minus calling Ripple a cryptocurrency. One day they'll get it right. And he's putting that's from the article. I want to show you this. This is a great article from the street. Cryptocurrency in focus. Ripple XRP recently strengthened its hand through a majority deal with money order giant MoneyGram. And if you go down here, I wanted to read this part to you. It says, as such, it's likely, they're talking about the MoneyGram deal and XCurrent and XRapid. It says, as such, it's likely that Ripple Labs team will continue striving to onboard institutional clients, wary of crypto volatility, to XCurrent, with a long-term vision of moving these customers to XRapid over time. So keep an eye out for more high-profile partnerships to emerge from Ripple Labs during the balance of this year. And then it says, here's our overall rating of Ripple. They've got a rating that they've put on Ripple, and look at that, folks. Cryptocurrency of the week, Ripple. Symbol XRP grade A. And then they've got, this is from a company called Flipside Crypto that does these ratings. But this is one of the first times that we have seen ratings coming out of someone like this. This is Thumbnail City right here. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got one more thing for you. Remember the reveal from the Satoshi Nakamoto? This guy actually came out. He says, my full legal name is James Bilal Khalid Khan, but I will forever be known as Satoshi Nakamoto. This guy they came out with their second part of their reveal. This guy is claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto. So go at it, do your research, and see what you can find out about this guy. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that the digital asset investor has a bird that is literally attacking itself in his car rearview mirror. Thank you for listening.